This is Elite Combat MMA, Birmingham's #1 mixed martial arts organisation. Making his way into the cage now, we have Charlie Haycox. He is looking ready to go. Rash guard on. Will he keep the rash guard on to fighting? That'd be an unusual choice. I'm interested to see. Fighting all the way out of Wolverhampton. Just being prepped now, coming into the cage. Elite Combat MMA. Brought to you by promoter Steve Logan. This is going to be the first night of the evening. Going to kick off an exciting card of top mixed martial arts action. We've got some of the best fighters in the country on this card. Some really great up-and-comers. Been talking to some of the fighters backstage. Quite a few guys coming off some big KO wins in their previous fights. But Charlie Haycox might have his hands full in this one. This is everyone's been talking about this fight. This is anyone's guess who's going to win this one. There's not a strong favourite. But Charlie looks super confident, super ready to go here at H Suite in Birmingham.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. Now into the blue corner, it is George Rowe!
Now there's a bit of a buzz about George Rowe. Quite a few people have been telling me about his slick jiu-jitsu skills. And he's actually fighting out of Team Renegade. Now, some of you might not know, but Team Renegade is probably currently the UK's top jiu-jitsu gym. He has Tom Breese as one of his main coaches, and Tom Breese is one of the most widely recognized superstar jiu-jitsu guys. Just got his black belt recently, but he's been tearing up the scene for years, winning super fights on so many shows. Also a UFC fighter, and that's who George Rowe has been training with, getting ready for this bout. And I chatted to him backstage, and he was very, very confident that he was going to use his striking to set up takedowns, to then set up a really slick submission and have this over and done with very, very quickly. The lovely Katie.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is your first contest of the evening. We've got three-minute rounds of MMA action for you. Well, let me introduce your fighters again. Firstly, into the red corner, the sponsor for Charlie Haycox. And now, ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the blue corner, let's make some noise for George Rowe! And now over to our referee, Mr. Harvey Harrah.
This is the first fight of the night here at Elite Combat MMA in Birmingham. This is going to be an exciting showdown. We have Charlie Haycox in the bad boy blue and black shorts, George Rowe in the solid black shorts. George was very confident earlier that he'd get a quick takedown and submission. Will it happen, or will Charlie Haycox have another plan? So, just as he told me earlier, straight for a takedown. Will he use that Team Renegade Jiu-Jitsu and be able to get this done quickly? That was a very smooth transition straight into mount. Excellent Jiu-Jitsu straight away. Now using a little bit of ground and pound. Charlie Haycox looks lost. I don't think he can deal with the pressure of George Rowe. George Rowe landed a few big ground and pound shots. He's got the arm isolated. This is some devastating ground and pound. George Haycox giving up. Charlie Haycox giving up his back, giving up the dominant position. Oh, did a good job there. He's got back to half guard. It's going to be difficult for him to break. Oh, he slid straight back to mount. Excellent work there by George Rowe. We can see that he's the better of the two fighters on the floor. And like I said earlier, you know, he's a Tom Breese trained jiu-jitsu fighter, and that means a lot. That's a high level of grappling skills. This is such an exciting match here to kick off Elite Combat MMA here at H Suite in Birmingham. Wow, even more ground and pound. And look at that, knees on elbows, constant pressure. Excellent work. And he's is he under the chin? This could be over in the first minute, the first round. Oh, but he slips out. Excellent defensive work from Charlie Haycox. Oh, George Rowe has got his back again. Looked like he's almost looking for his arm there. He's got that twisted position when he's got the arm across the center, but bit of a comeback now for Charlie Haycox. Now he's pressing George Rowe into the cage, using that pressure to push his head in. George Rowe trying to throw up an armbar. That looks nasty. That could be super tight. Does he have it? We could have a broken arm. Oh, just slips out. George Rowe did the wrong thing there, really. Like posturing out of an armbar is just entirely wrong, but it's kind of working for him. He's surviving. George Rowe with the constant armbar pressure. I can't believe he didn't actually submit Charlie Haycox there. Such heart from Charlie. Now he switched to a triangle. This could be over. He's sinking it in. He just needs to grab his foot and pull it right under his knee. Desperate ground and pound from Charlie Haycox, but it's not going to help him get out of this triangle. George Rowe will happily take those hammer fists just to be able to cinch this up, just to slip that foot under his knee. Oh, but he's given up on it. Maybe he took some damage from the ground and pound. Oh, we could see a turn in the tables now. George Rowe, who has been dominant in this fight, but I think maybe Charlie Haycox managed to land something big in those exchanges. Constant pressure now. George Rowe is clearly the better of the two at grappling. Charlie Haycox has got through this round on heart. 2 type arm bars, a triangle choke, but he's still in there. And this is why MMA is so exciting. If you can ride the storm with someone like George Rowe, maybe you can get him tired and maybe we'll see this go back the other way. But once again, George Rowe with the pressure up against the cage. Charlie Haycox is in a lot of trouble. It was the last few seconds of the first round. Wow, what an incredible round to open up here at Elite Combat MMA in Birmingham. George Rowe is just clearly the better of the two on the floor. Now we need to see if Charlie Haycox, if I was his corner man, I'd be telling him, you've got to stay on your feet. Let's stop having a wrestling match. I'm a little bit worried that George Rowe doesn't seem to have a corner man. Could do with someone bringing him a bottle of water, but he's surviving over there. The ref's giving him some advice, maybe. The paramedic is giving him a bottle of water. That's the guy. I'm impressed. He's a brave guy, coming here without a corner, fighting anyway, giving himself some advice and a little pep talk. This is a very exciting night of action here at H-Suite in Birmingham. Elite Combat MMA by promoter Steve Logan. So this is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. So both guys looking tired after that first 3 minutes of exchanges. Will George Rowe have the same approach of just shooting straight in for a takedown, make this a grappling match? Or will Charlie Haycox have something to say about it and start throwing some bombs? Here we are, round 2. Oh, not so aggressive from George Rowe. Oh, slip on the head kick. Oh, Charlie Haycox rushed in. I'm surprised that after that first round that he actually wants to grapple with George Rowe, but huge takedown. George Rowe's he's looking to keep that arm around the neck. He's got his right arm around the neck of Charlie Haycox. I think he's going to try and keep it there, sneak his right leg across and then look for a submission, or use it to get kind of a half or full Nelson and pull him to the side. Oh, excellent work of getting his feet back in. That was the right thing to do there from George Rowe. He might even use this position to stand up, walk up the cage just like that. Excellent work. And now he's got the neck. He might cinch that up, sit back and try and choke him. Or transitioning. Wow. Great pressure by Charlie Haycox. Charlie was possibly the more tired looking of the two fighters, but he's come out here in round 2, guns blazing. He's just got to watch his neck. We've seen some slick jiu-jitsu in round 1 from George Rowe. And he's got that arm around the neck. Will he slowly look for that guillotine? Oh, great takedown. He wants his body on the other side. His neck is in a little bit trouble on that side. Oh, excellent transition from George Rowe. Good. Straight to side control for the jiu-jitsu fighter. Oh, easily transitions to mount. Just slid his knee across. Wow, great ground and pound. Will George Rowe look for another submission? See, Charlie Haycox is constantly leaving his arm out. He's very, very vulnerable to arm bars, but maybe George Rowe doesn't want to go for it because he got that arm bar in the first round and couldn't finish it. I think George Rowe is trying to leave that arm, maybe take the back, put some hooks in. Oh, is he under the neck? This could be all over. This could be all over. It's tapped. Wow, what a way to kick off tonight. What a way to kick off this card at Elite Combat MMA in Birmingham H Suite. Excellent, excellent performance. Dominant jiu-jitsu. He told me before the fight that he was going to win by submission. He actually told me he was going to win by rear naked choke, so he called it perfectly. What an amazing performance. Giving it up for his opponent as well. Great sportsmanship. This is Elite Combat MMA. If you ever want to see the best quality MMA the UK has to offer, get yourself down to Elite Combat MMA. Come watch a live show. Going to go over now to the referee for the decision. It's a fairly one-sided foul. I think I had George Rowe winning the first round 10-8. And it was a little bit closer in the second. Then George got that choke and it was all over.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please give both of your competitors a massive round of applause. What an opening contest. But after 1 minute 54 seconds of round number 2, your winner by a rear naked choke in the blue corner, Joe